Okay, friends, now let's talk about sales. Well, now you're in the real world, no more lectures, no more classes. You have been asked to go and sell a product. Now, how do you do this thing? What had we said earlier? That sales is a structured process. A structured process means where there are steps A, B, C, D, and at each step, certain outcome is expected. If the outcome is not there, then you go back to the previous proposition and try and rework the previous proposition so that you have got the desired result what you are looking at it. So that means you have to follow a step-by-step approach, and that approach has to be with end and aim in mind. And now let's start. First we say, okay, I have a product. I want to sell the product A. Now I must understand the customer's background. What are the critical processes which a customer has in his company? Is it marketing? It is assembling? It is distribution? Mind you, I am now not talking of retail sale. I am talking of sales per se into this thing. So what kind of company it is there? If your product is industrial, you will be looking at industrial companies. You will be looking at assembly lines. You will be looking at the original equipment. You may be looking like for the replacement market. So you have to study the applicability of your product in the various processes of the company. Then you have to study the future business plan. Is the company going to launch the same product, stay with the same product? Will your growth of your product increase, or will your growth of the product go down? So because that will depend upon the capacities you want to sell. Then selling environment. In this case, they are easily to be convinced. They are very rigid in their own customers, and they want very many more testimonials, very more results before they sell. So that is another thing you have to find out. Identify your potential and actual competitors. When you are going to sell this product, on what basis are you going to sell? Against whom are you competing? And what are their strengths or weaknesses? Then do a competitor analysis. Competitor analysis can be on USP, unique selling proposition, DSP, distinct selling proposition, FAB, features, advantages, and benefits. So you are now analyzing the competitor for these three things. Then you come out with list the criteria which you must be deciding or talking at each decision maker. If it is a sales manager, if it is a purchase manager, if it is head of purchase, if it is CEO, so you will have to at each stage talk a different set and different language to each person. Then identify potential objections and strategies. Every company where you want to introduce your project, or every customer will have some objections. Oh, the raw material used is not from a good source. Oh, well, so-and-so can provide so-and-so this thing. So you must have a strategies to identify the potential objections and clear the objection. Identify additional potential for products or services. Well, if you can sell one product, can you sell a maintenance service along with it? Can you sell any other product along with it to the same company, or any other service? If you are going to sell them pistons, can you sell them rings? Or can you sell them the chambers? Then identify others in the organization who could potentially influence the sale. Sale could be influenced by not director who may not directly be connected with the purchase. He may not be technical director, but he may have a lot of say in the new equipment. Okay, now we have got some idea how we are going to look at the customer's background and try and develop a strategy. Then we say, okay, now we go to a sales program. Prospects for lead. How do we prospect for leads? We ask people in the industry, we ask the grapevine, we go through the websites, we go through the business listing to get leads. Once you got the lead, but after that you must know all about your product. All your product means different component, different processes which has gone into the product. Any changes can be brought up, the exactly features and benefit your product gives. Then now set an appointment. Set an appointment means you ask for appointment for a person. And then you qualify the prospects to what a level the prospect can influence the decision. Is he the final decision maker? Is he the intermediate decision maker? Or is a person just there to get some information out of you? Make your presentations. You have to make your presentation about the product. It has to be very lucid. It has to be very clear. It has to look at the customer's needs, which you have identified earlier, customers' benefits, which you also have to strategize. Then you will have to answer the prospect's evaluation. Objections. What are his objections? Well, we can not order 10 pieces. We want to order 10,000 pieces. Can you supply 10,000 pieces? So you have to be able, okay sir, you want 10,000 pieces, please tell me the frequency sir, all in one go or in over a period of year. So you have to be ready with the way to handle the objections. Post purchase evaluation. After the project, if it is purchased, what will be the steps? How will the project be evaluated? Will it be evaluated against return on investment? Will it be evaluated for a brand value? So that you have to get it in your sales plan. Sales call. Prepare and propose an agenda. You can prepare a plan, sales call presentation before, and you can propose an agenda to the person you are likely to meet. Use open questions with what, how, or request information. This will be able to get you to understand the company's problems and the solutions which you are likely to provide to him. That you can only do after you use open questions. Also probe to understand the business needs and potential links to your offering or solutions. Understand the business needs and potential links to your offering solution. Understand the decision maker and buying process. Is the buying process very timely? Is it done only after users trial, then factory trials, or they are very, very open to place a first order? Budget availability. Do they have the money? Do they have requirements for financing? Can you arrange a financing? What is the timing of timing? Timing means is the industry on the growth? Is the industry on the sinking side? So what are the timing of the industry? Competition. Who else is organization using for the same product. So what kind of competition do you expect from them? Mind you, these are all, if you see, a very structured thoughts before you enter a person's office. Now you have gone through your sales talk, you try to convince the person. Now you have to close the sale. There are different ways of closing a sales. You have to first answer the objections. You have to clarify the doubts. You have to then carry out a price negotiation. If you find that little additional bit which you can do for them in terms of service, in terms of additional bit, do that so that you can get a order. Financial requirements. What will be the total financing requirement for the proposed deal? Short term, long term. So you should have a good idea how about to on these aspects. So gentlemen, now I have today given you some idea on executing a sales call. Again, it's a structured process, a process which needs to be followed very scientifically and executed. Thank you.